everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing another basic coding tutorial. So when I was doing my for loop tutorial, I realized, there's a lot of basic knowledge that I don't address that some people might not know. So I'm going to be talking about variables and what they are, how you can initialize them and use them when you're writing programs. So yeah, let's just get into it. Let's get started. A variable is a container that stores a value that can be used and reused, updated, whatever it may be. The most important thing when using variables is naming them and making sure that they have a useful, specific title to them. So here I have name, age, and GPA. When you're naming your variables, it has to start with a letter from A to Z or an underscore, capital or lowercase. And most languages are case sensitive. Then we have our data types. So for name, you would say Sandy, so that's S-A-N-D-Y, which is 5 letters. So that together makes a string. Next we have age, which will be an integer because we don't really count half years. We just say I'm 20 or I am 16. So then for GPA, I have float because a float is something that has to do with a decimal value. Okay, so this is a general declaration of how you're going to declare your variable. So you're going to have your data type first, your variable title, the equal sign, and then whatever value you want that variable to be. Now, you don't have to declare it this way in every language. As we'll see in Python, it's different than C++ and Java. But this is just kind of a general idea of how you do it. Okay, so here's a table that has a lot of different data types. These are the most common ones, and their sizes in bits. So yeah, this might not be important to you, but it will if you're doing larger scale programming and things like that. So an important thing to note is that the equal sign means gets the value or like is assigned this value. Normally in math we have 2 equals 1, that's not true. 2 equals 2, that's true, that statement. But in this case the equal sign is a tool that we use to assign a value. If you do double equals, that is a comparative of 2 values, which I can touch on in a different video. But yeah, I'm in the practice tab in Geeks for Geeks just because I think this might look cleaner. Here you can see they include the Python declaration title part. And now I'm gonna say name equals Sandy. And Python is case sensitive, so age and age are 2 different variables here. So age equals, let's say 20, and our GPA is going to be 3.01. Okay, so as you can see, Sandy prints out 20 and 3.01. Okay, so next is C++. They already included IOStream for us, and I will be including the library string so that we can get name in there. And then you have to say using name space std. And here I'm going to put my int main. You don't always need a main, but for good practice, I would always put your main in. So then here I'm going to declare string name equals Sandy. Oops. Can't spell. And then we have int age. I'll capitalize that. 20. And then float GPA. This time she has a higher GPA. And then we can print it to the screen by saying cout. And including this end line will do a little line break. Okay, so what's different in C++ is that you do declare the data type The name remains the same, the order, and you do need the semicolon to indicate that this declaration or this line of code or whatever is over. And also, when you have your main, you're going to want to return 0 is Sandy 20 and her 3.5 GPA. So next we're going to be doing Java. Okay everyone, so last but not least we have Java. So you can see that in Java you use classes. So we have class example and then this public static void main string args, which is just always required, your syntax. Java is pretty much just like C++, so we're going to have string name equals, let's do Bob this time. And you do need that semicolon. And then we have int age, and we'll make him 77. And float GPA. He's going back to school at 77. Good for him. And he has a 4.0. Oh, and don't forget that when you are doing floats in Java, you need to include this little f to indicate that it is a float. And then the way that we print to the screen is different. So we do system.out.println and then whatever variable you want. Oh, my bad. You have to capitalize system. Okay, and then we have Bob, his age, and his GPA. That is it for this video today, and I know it was really basic, but I know there was a time where I didn't even know what a variable was, so having a video like this maybe would have helped a little bit. But yeah, thank you again so much for watching.